the Sleepy Time Studios across the World Wide Web. It's time to place your bets as we play Dealer's Choice. And now please welcome our dealer, your host of Dealer's Choice, Jose Cazares. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Dealer's Choice here on Sleepy Time Studios. Last time, we recrowned a new champion. He reclaimed his crown on our last episode and took us for a very nice payday on our bonus dice last time. He sits currently at number 2, and we'll explain that in a second. But first, let's welcome him back with $42,385 in winnings. Yes, you'll notice the total is different. We welcome back Scott Sephy McVeigh, our returning champion.
Hi there, Jose. How we doing today?
Well, doing pretty good so far, but now you may be wondering real quick here, why did your total change?
Yeah.
So, here's what we have done, and we're making this a change for the rest of the season, and I failed to realize about what I'd done until now. But basically, each time a contestant won the main game, I would always give them their chip value times 10 in cash. Little did I realize that those chip totals can get very damn huge. With that being said, instead of 10 times the chip value whenever a contestant wins, they will get 5 times their chip value instead.
That's okay.
So I've gone back and updated the leaderboard, and Sephy, you are down in second for now, but you're not that far off from the lead.
It's true.
And I will do my best to make sure that I don't make these kinds of mistakes ever again, but this is me we're talking about, so we can't make any promises. Anyways, are you ready to meet your next 2 challengers as you look to go for your second win?
Let's go for it, yes.
Yeah, we got a couple brand new faces here on Dealer's Choice. First up, our man in the middle, from the great state of Wisconsin, we welcome in Mr. Neil Sternitsky.
Who's this new guy you're talking?
Yes. I'm talking about you, sir. You are a new face here to Dealer's Choice.
No, I'm not.
Are you, or have you played before?
I've played before.
This is his second time, Jose.
Well, there you go.
Jose's getting old.
It's showing in my...
Jason, do you have any Geritol for him?
Nope, we're fresh out.
That's okay. Okay, yeah, I remember. I remember now. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, you are.
I guess Turd took all of it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
We might have to go to John Birdman's cabinet for it.
Oh, I don't want to go there. Anyways, Neil. Okay, yeah, I will correct it. You are back with us once again. But
hey, he found the right cards this time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't pick up the win last time, but think that this is the time you'll pick up that win.
Yes.
Good answer. All right, well, welcome back. What have you been up to since we last had you?
Making a crap ton of custom playing cards.
Yes, I remember you showing us some pictures of those behind the scenes here before we started. I am especially loving the Bob Barker designs.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. If you put those in production long enough, I may consider buying one of those and using those for the rest of the season.
I was gonna say that would make a very nice addition to this series you got going on.
Yeah, we can replace the New York style deck with that one.
I'm looking into putting them up for sale very, very, very soon here. So
yeah, well, you can definitely
expect everyone advised of that.
Yeah, you can definitely expect me to be one of the first buyers of those decks.
Hey, and all the profits that I make from that Bob Barker set is gonna go towards animal rights charities.
And that's the biggest reason why I'm going to buy it, is simply because it's going to go to a great cause. All right, but Neil, in any case, we hope that the production of those custom cards goes successfully. All the best in that endeavor, and welcome back to Dealer's Choice.
Great to be here.
Now, this player I know we have not had here on Dealer's Choice. He is definitely a new face. From the great state of Louisiana, we welcome in James Doe.
Look at that surgeon. Look at my.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a different one.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Tell us about yourself,
I
James.
say you're not Cedric. Wait, where am I?
Oh, wait, yeah. New host.
Okay. I am James. I am from New Orleans. I'm an assistant manager by day and a referee by night.
Fair enough. Think you'll pick up a win here on your first appearance.
No, I'm all for it. However, on Dealer's Choice, so I don't have a chance.
You must have played a handful of times on the other series done in here on MVG. Well, hey, you know what? There's a first time for everything. Good luck to you here as well. Let's go ahead and get right into our game here. So players, as you know, each of y'all participate in a series of 4 casino-style minigames where the games determined and the order played are going to be randomized. That was a very properly English sentence there.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
Words English can t-shirt coming soon.
Yep.
Anyways, the order of what games were selected was randomly determined before the show began. Winner and whoever finishes the 4th minigame with the most chips becomes our champion and gets to go on to the bonus dice, where they'll get to play for our bonus dice jackpot. Can't promise I'll find my English by that point, but we'll see what happens.
You're still looking after all these years.
Still,
There's no hope.
Yeah, it's just nobody have any faith in me. It ain't gonna happen. All right. In any case, gentlemen, good luck to you. Let's go ahead and get started with our first minigame of tonight's episode. We're starting off with a doozy, the Wheel of Chance. All right, so players, very simple. As you can see, there's 4 possible suits for the wheel to land on. There's spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. Now, what each of you are going to do is tell me how much you want to bet for this particular minigame and which of the 4 possible spaces you want to bet on. We're going to give this wheel 1 spin, and depending on what space the wheel lands on, you will get some payouts as indicated by that table on the right. As you can see, the spade will give you an even payout, the heart will give you a 3-to-1 payout, clubs will be a 5-to-1 payout, but if you should choose to be risky and go for that diamond and it hits, you'll get that massive 11-to-1 payout. With that being said, there is a max bet here for this first minigame. You, of course, start with 100 chips as usual, and the max bet here is 10. So, Sephy, we're going to go to you first. Of your 100 chips up to 10, how much would you like to bet?
I would like to do 10 chips, please.
Max bet for you. Neil?
I'll do 10 as well.
10 as well. And James?
5.
5. All right. Now, next order of business, which space do you want to choose? Sephy?
I want to try the hearts.
All right, Sephy going to go for the hearts. Do keep in mind, you are allowed to pick the same space as your opponents. There's none of y'all are limited to one different space. Neil?
I do clubs.
Going to be a little riskier and going to go for the clubs. All right, and James?
You know, let's go with the speed.
Spade. He's going to go for even payout. All right. Bets are in. Predictions are in. Let's go ahead and spin the Wheel of Chance.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson that we should learn.
Lesson today is
Alright, wheel's slowing down, and it's gonna be the spade!
Okay.
Alright, so unfortunately, Sephy and Neil do lose their bets. But James will get that even payout. He will get 10 more chips. So he's got the proverbial lead right now at 105, and that's going to bring us to the end of the Wheel of Chance. So, James has the early lead at 105. Sephy and Neil are tied for second at 90, but we're just getting started. We're going to take a pause for our first commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have our second minigame of 4 here on this episode of Dealer's Choice. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. A little bit of a successful first minigame here in the Wheel of Chance. James picking up the win, getting the payout as you see on the screen. He has the early lead at 105. Fortunately, Sephy and Neil did lose their bets, so they are both tied for second place at 90 chips, but we are, of course, just getting started. We're going to go ahead and move things right along here with our second minigame of 4 for tonight's episode. And we're going to be playing Any Pair Loses. So, for those that don't remember how Any Pair Loses works, it's very simple. So, we're going to be using our card table for this one. I will be dealing 2 cards to start. If they don't match, the players will win and their bet size will double. At that point, they'll have the option to either cash out their winnings and add it to their pot, or they can let it ride for the next card. After that, I will then deal up to 3 more cards one at a time. As long as no card matches, it's considered a win. However, if at any point a card does come up that is a match of any of the previous ones, it's game over, the house wins, and it's all over. With that being said, the max bet for this second minigame is 25 chips. So, Sephy, we're going to go to you first. Of your 90 chips up to 25, how much would you like to bet?
Well, let's see. I'll have to go for max bet so I can try to catch back up.
25 then? All right. Neil, what about you?
I'm going to do 20.
20 chips for Neil, all right. And James?
15.
13, you said?
15.
15. 1-5. Gotcha. All right. Our bets are in. Now we go ahead and bring out our card table. Let's make this a little bit bigger. All right. So we're going to be using this bicycle style card deck, the OG. All right, so we'll go ahead and deal out the first 2 cards. Let Any Pair Loses begin. All right, first card off the top of the deck, we have a king.
Okay.
All right, that's where it gets a little scary here. Next card at the top of the deck, we have an 8. All right, everybody wins their double bet. All right, now it's decision time, gentlemen. Sephy, you have 50 chips. Do you want to cash that out, or do you want to let it ride for the next card?
I have a good feeling we want to see a different card. Let it ride.
Letting it ride. All right, Neil, you have 40. Cash out or let it ride?
Let it ride.
Letting it ride. James, you have 30.
Let it ride.
Everybody playing on for the next card at the top of the deck. And that card is a queen. Everybody wins again. We double the bets one more time. All right, once again, it's decision time. There's 2 cards left in this round. All right, Sephy, you have 100. Cash out or let it ride for the next card?
I have a good feeling here. I have a feeling we're going to see a good low card that's not an 8. Let it ride.
Gonna let it ride. Neil, you have 80.
Let it ride.
Playing on. James, you have 60.
Let it ride.
Everybody letting it ride for the next card off the top of the deck. All right, here we go. Next card at the top of the deck is an ace. We double again. Okay, gentlemen, we are now down to the 5th and final card. It's the last one for any pair loses. This will be your last chance to cash out, or you can go all the way. Sephy, you have 200. Cash out or let it ride for the 5th and final card.
No guts, no glory. Let it ride.
Going all the way. Neil, you have 160.
Let it ride.
Playing on. James, you have 120.
I'm regretting this. I'm gonna actually cash out.
Gonna cash out. All right, so we're gonna deposit that 120 into your pot, putting you at 210 chips. So James is playing it safe. Sephy and Neil are playing it risky. Let's find out who made the right call. It's gonna come down to this 5th and final card. And if you don't believe me, I'm pulling it off the top of the deck like that. And we have a deuce!
Yes!
Sephy and Neil get double payouts! Wow! How about that? So, Sephy with the max bet going all the way, and it paid off big for him. He gets 400 chips, putting him at 465. And Neil, not as risky, but still a huge payout regardless. 320 chips, putting him at 390. Now, just for shiggles, let's find out how many cards it would have taken before a pair did come up. Okay, a 5. There it was. Another queen, so it was 2 cards later.
Wow. Nice.
Wow. Well done, gentlemen. That brings us to the end of Any Pair Loses. As the cards get stuck to the table. There we go.
Even the table's got sticky fingers.
Yeah, no shit. Alright, so at the end of our second minigame here, we got a very good battle here. Still anyone's game. James, unfortunately, does fall down to third at 210, but he's still not out of this game yet. Neil in second at 390, and the champion now takes the lead at 465. When we come back from this commercial break, we'll move on to our third minigame of 4 here on this episode of Dealer's Choice. We got a great battle here on our hands. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. We have had a very successful second minigame here of Any Pair Loses. And as we take a look at the scores, James now has fallen down to third at 210, but is still not out of the game yet. Neil is at second with 390, and our champion Sephy has skyrocketed to the top at 465. But this is still anybody's game as we now go to our third of 4 minigames here for tonight's episode. Got another doozy, players, because our third minigame up, combination.
Oh, yeah.
So, here is how combination works. I will be dealing 2 card hands of Baccarat, a maximum of 4 of them. Using our Baccarat math, meaning we add the cards and use only the ones digit. If neither hand totals 7, each player wins and their bet size will double. After each hand, they will then have the option, just like with the last game, to either cash out their winnings or let it ride on the next hand. If at any point a 7 does come up in the combined total, the game is over, house wins, and any players that had chips left on the table go bye-bye. With that being said, the max bet for this game is 50 chips. Sephy, we start with you. Of your 465 up to 50, how much would you like to bet?
This time I might want to go a little less, though, so I'm only going to do 40.
40 chips. All right, that'll put you at 4. All right, so we're gonna put 40 chips there. That'll leave you with 425. Neil, what about you?
You know what? Sephy said it before. No guts, no glory. 50.
Neil going max bet, leaving him with 340. And James.
I'm not confident in this game, so I'm just gonna go immediately 10.
10 chips only, alright. Our bets are in. We now bring out our card table once again. Alright, so we're now going to be using our other deck, the New York style deck. Alright, so let's go ahead and deal out our
New York
first...
style.
Thanks,
Yes.
James. Alright, so let's go ahead and deal out our first hand of 2 cards. Our first card up. Oops.
Wrong
Good job,
card.
Jose. Good job.
Yeah,
Hey, does that
that's-
give us enough to get
Good
for a
job.
jackpot on Card Sharks?
no, the actual card is an 8.
Please not a 9.
Fucking damn it. Alright, and next card
Watch me
up,
another Joker.
a queen. Alright, so that'll leave it in an
That's
8.
8.
Alright, so that's a win for everybody. Alright, double the bets. Now it's decision time, gentlemen. Alright, Sephy, you have 80 chips. Do you want to cash that out or let it ride for the next hand?
Let it ride.
It's gonna get ride. Neil, you have 100.
Hop on the Harley, let's ride.
Alright, and James, you have 20.
I'm just gonna say, don't ask me. I'm just gonna keep
Gonna continue to let
the
it
rest of
ride.
the game.
Alright.
Yeah.
We move on to the next hand. First card up. We have a jack.
0.
So that's a 0.
Okay.
And the next card up. I don't believe this. Wow.
And there you go.
And
I don't
then-
trust. I didn't trust this game. I didn't trust this game at all.
And then that happens. Ay, ay, ay. House wins. All bets go bye-bye.
That's what happens when you forget to take the Jokers out.
Shut up. You think this had anything to do with
I
it?
think that's a rain.
Wait,
Yeah.
fucking damn
Maybe.
it. You need to get out of here, stupid jokers. Well, just for shiggles now, let's go ahead and look and see what the other hands would have been. So that we would have had a 9
Other 4
and an
hands.
ace, so that would have been 0.
Yeah.
And then the last one would have been
0.
another 9 and a 4 for a 3. Wow.
Oh,
That
darn it.
one hand was the game ender. So unfortunately, nobody wins combination, and that brings us to the end of combination. Well, unfortunately, an unsuccessful third minigame, but this is still anybody's game, as we're going to have our 4th and final minigame of the episode coming up. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take one more commercial break, and when we come back, we will have the conclusion of this main game here on Dealer's Choice. We will be right back after this. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. Unfortunately, the last minigame combination was unsuccessful. So now, as we look at chip totals, James still has 3rd place at 200. Neil still has 2nd at 340. And our champion still holds the lead at 425. But now it's going to come down to our 4th and final minigame because nobody is out of it yet. And we're going to wrap up this episode with a doozy. Because we wrap it up with Keno. So, we're gonna wrap up here by bringing out the old bingo cage. So here is how Keno works. So, as you can see on the grid, there's 16 possible numbers. The 3 players will randomly select 3 numbers on the Keno board, and they will DM me their picks via Discord. Now, normally in this game, our players would announce the bet sizes. However, because this is the final minigame of the episode, they won't reveal their bets. They'll DM them to me as well. And in this minigame, there is no max bet. Y'all can bet any or all of your chip totals. So with that being said, each of you will need to pick 3 numbers and your bet size. Go ahead and DM me those 2 pieces of information right now. While they're doing that, I will go ahead and explain the rest of the rules. So, once everybody's chips are in, or once everybody's bet size is in and their numbers have been picked, we will draw 8 bingo balls out of the bingo cage one at a time, and they will be placed on the board, matching up to their respective spot on the board. Once we draw all 8 numbers, we will reveal the selections. If one of the numbers gets hit for the player, they will get an even payout. If 2 of the numbers they selected get picked, that'll be a 3-to-1 payout. And if all 3 of their Keno numbers get hit, it will be considered a 5-to-1 payout. All right, with that being said, 2 are in. I think we're waiting for 1 more. There it is. All right. To the 3 of you, I wish you the best of luck. Let's bring out our bingo cage. Alright, so as you can see, we've got all 16 of the bingo balls inside here. We're just going to mix them around like so. And then we're going to rotate it in the other direction to bring out the balls. Good luck to the 3 of you. Here we go. Alright, our first bingo ball up. We have 2. And that is like so. Alright, so we put the used balls over here on this side of the cage. Mix them around once again. Keno ball number 2. We have 6. Alright. Third one of 8. We've got ourselves 5. Okay. Mix around the bingo balls again. Keno ball number 4. We have 13. Alright, halfway through. Mix them around again. One of the balls actually hung up on the middle of the cage there. Fifth one up, we have number 9. Oh, one of them actually... Okay, those 2 aren't going to count. One fell off unexpectedly. The other got yeeted somehow. Alright. This is the one that... Son of a... 2 of them came out. Are you kidding me? What the heck? The one that's in here is going to count.
They're determined to get picked.
Yeah.
Alright, so... that one that's down there is the one that's going to count. It is 10. Alright, 6 down, 2 to go. Swear to God, if any more fall out, I'm going to lose
If
my
1 and
shit.
4, I was supposed to say, if 1 and 14 gets hit, does that mean bingo?
No,
Yep.
we're not playing. No, we're not playing that game. This is
Yeah.
Keno, not bingo. Next number up is 16. Last one of the Keno round. We finish up with 1. No, that does not mean a bingo. So
Bingo.
yeah. No, it doesn't. Shut up. Shut up. All right, so that's all 8 of the Keno balls. That brings us to the end of the Keno draw. Now, let's go through our payouts. All right, so the way we do this, as we always do for the final minigame here, is we're going to go from 3rd all the way up to 1st. So, James, that means we start with you. We'll go ahead and first reveal your bet size. You chose to bet everything. All 200 of your chips. The Keno numbers you chose were 3, 9, and 16. 2 of the numbers hit, which means you are going to get a 3-to-1 payout, putting you at 800 chips. You've got the proverbial lead for now. Now we go to Neil. He came into this with 340 chips. Your bet size was also 200. Your Keno numbers were 4, 6, and 11. So that means one of the numbers hit, which means you're going to get an even payout, putting you at 540. But now, it's going to come down to the champion. Sephy, coming into this minigame, had the lead at 425 chips. His bet size was 400. And the Keno numbers you chose were 2, 6, and 14. Sephy gets a 3-to-1 payout, and with 1,625 chips, Sephy remains the champion!
Good game, guys.
Good game.
Congratulations, Sephy.
Okay.
1,625 chips. You have picked up your 2nd straight win in this championship run, and you're going to go back to the bonus dice in just a second. Neil, we're going to start with you. Did everything you could to keep yourself into this game. Unfortunately, though, only one of the numbers you selected got hit, sadly getting the even payout, which ultimately stopped you short.
Shit happens.
But
That's
hey,
how it goes.
hey, you know what? You for your first appearance, you didn't do too bad. Picking up 540 chips, we are going to turn those chips
Second
into
appearance.
dollars.
Second appearance.
Sorry, second appearance. Sorry. I forgot again. I'm still getting old. I could use that Geritol right about now. So yeah, Neil, you will pick up another $540 in cash, and we thank you for coming back. And you know what? Feel free to use that money for charity and donate it to those animals.
I will certainly go a long way for that, and Bob Barker would absolutely be proud. By the way, do you remember when his birthday is?
I knew somebody was going to bring that up.
Can we get a supply of Geritol Jr. for Jose in liquid indoor and caplets?
Is Geritol Jr. even a thing? Probably not, but more than likely with me, they can make it a thing. Neil, we thank you for coming back, and we hope we'll look to have you back here on a future episode.
Yep, I'll probably be camping out in the parking lot.
All right, that's Neil Sternitsky, everyone, and James, you did what you had to do. You went all in, and still got the 3-to-1 payout, but unfortunately just didn't really have enough chips to bet with. Started off strong, but things just unfortunately went downhill for you in terms of the other mini games, and ultimately just did what you could, and it still wasn't enough.
I say just taking the risk on, the no pair. Just leaving early kind of
Yeah,
what cost me.
Yeah, the fact that you cashed out on any pair of loses ultimately ended up costing you there, but still. For your first appearance, you didn't do too shabby. You picked up 800 chips, so we're going to turn that into dollars. You leave out of here with $800 in cash. We thank you for playing, James,
Please.
and hopefully we look forward to seeing you on a future episode.
I'll be back.
All right, that is Neil Sternitsky and James Doe, everybody, and Sephy, you have done it again.
No, crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, this is looking a little familiar, isn't it?
A little, yeah.
All right, so you picked up your second straight win. So now, with the new rule in place, with the multiplier now being 5 times instead of 10 times, we're going to give you 5 times your 1,625 chips and turn those into dollars, which means in this game alone, you have picked up $8,125 in cash, and when we add that to your previous winnings of $42,385, that's not going to bring you up to $50,510 for your season total. You are now comfortably sitting at number 1.
Wow. Nice.
And you're not done yet, because we're going to give you a few moments to prepare yourself, because when we come back from this commercial break, we're going to see if you can add another $25,000 to that, as you'll be playing our bonus dice. So take a few moments and prepare yourself. Folks, we'll be right back after this as Sephy looks to add another 25 grand at our bonus dice right after this here on Dealer's Choice. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. We are here with our now 2-time champion, Scott McVeigh, who's now surpassed $50,000 overall for the season total and picked up his second straight win in dominating fashion. Sephy, you've done it once on the last episode. Now you look to do it for the second time in a row. Are you ready to see if you can add another $25,000 to this already amazing total of yours?
Yes, I am, Jose. Let's see if I can get it again.
All right, then let's go ahead and get started with our bonus dice. So, we're going to go ahead and bring out our dice table for this one. So you know how this works, Sephy. The object of the game is to build money Oh, God. I lost my English again.
Good job.
So, the object of the game is to build cash with rolls of these 2 dice. All you have to do is get your cash total to surpass $1,000 or more before rolling that dreaded spade, and if you can pull it off, you are going to win an additional $25,000 in cash. Now, of course, with each roll that you survive, you do have the decision to stop and walk away with whatever you've accumulated up to that point, because should you roll a spade at any point in the bonus dice and you choose to go for it, it's game over, and you lose everything, except the money you accumulated in the main game. The spade, of course, being the 6 on the blue die.
Yep.
With that being said, though, Scott, Sephy, I wish you the best of luck. Let's go ahead and get the dice in my hand. Let's see if we can get you back-to-back bonus dice wins. Good luck. Off we go.
All right. Let's see if I can get a first good roll now.
Okay. So we're starting off big here. And of course, for those that forget the payouts, 1 and 2 on each of the dice is 50, 3 and 4 on each of the dice is 100, 5 on each of the dice is 150, 6 on the white is 200. And that's what Sephy just picked up, because this is 200, the 4 is 100. Already you have $300.
Nice.
So that's a big start for you, Sephy. Do you want to stop and walk away with the $300, or do you want to continue on for another roll?
As I keep saying during the main games, no guts, no glory. Let's roll.
All right, going for it again. Dice are in my hand. Just tell me when you're ready.
All right. All right, no spades, no spades. Roll.
Oh, another 6 on the white die with a 1 on the blue. So that is another $250, over halfway there at $550. All right, Sephy, $550. You're $450 away from the jackpot. Do you want to stop with the 550 or go on for another roll?
I'm feeling really confident. Let's go again.
All right. I stir my hand once again. Whenever you're
All
ready.
right. Okay, again, no spade, and roll.
Okay, still alive. We have a 2 on the white and a 4 on the blue. If I'm not mistaken, that's another $150. That'll put you now at $700. Now, Sephy, do keep in mind, it is possible to win it here on this next roll. So do you want to stop with the 700? Or do you want to walk away? You want to stop with the 700 or do you want to roll on?
I'm going to keep going.
Going for it again. All right. Could very well win it here whenever you're ready.
All right. No spades, and roll.
150 and 50. That's another $200.
All right.
Okay, Sephy, it's going to come down to this. You have $900. You are $100 away. So needless to say, as long as you survive this next roll, you're going to win it. Do you want to take your chances and roll on, or do you want to walk with the 900?
All or nothing. Let's go for it.
Going for it all right. It's going to come down to this last roll. Let's see what happens.
All right, again, no spades, and roll.
He did it! 2 5s is $300 more. You have done it!
Yes. I did it again. Woo!
You have gone back to back, Sephy. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Sephy. You just picked up another $25,000 in cash. And when we add that to your previous winnings, sorry about that, folks. I forgot that the phone is attached to my notes. But this is easy math. Your new total for the season, $75,510.
Wow.
Comfortably sitting at the top of our leaderboard.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Sephy, you have gone back to back, made an amazing effort to come back and climb back up to the #1 spot where you were when you started the season, and now you're still not done yet, because you're going to get you're going to be coming back on our next episode as you look to defend this title and maybe pick up a 3rd win. We'll hopefully see you then.
Oh, you know you will.
Okay, that's a good enough answer for us. All right, so Sephy will be back, and folks, we have done it again. Another bonus dice jackpot winner, which means next time it'll remain at the base value of $25,000. But that's going to wrap things up here for what has been a crazy episode of Dealer's Choice. Thank you all so much for watching and joining us here tonight. If you're new to Sleepy Time Studios, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and make sure you have that bell rung so you get notified of any new videos dropping out here on the channel. There's lots of exciting game show content available to watch. And if you missed any of the episodes that led up to this point, playlist is always available as well. But until next time, when we place our bets one more time and we see Sephy back here as he looks to pick up his 3rd straight win, I'm your host, Jose Cazares. For all of us here at Sleepy Time Studios, this has been Dealer's Choice. We will see you next time for another episode. Good night, everybody.